hope you're having a fantastic day. Last week I put out a video. It was a PSA to QuickBooks Desktop users about the changes that are coming for Pro versus Desktop, and I put a video on my blog, on my YouTube channel, and I sent it out. But I want to come in because I've been getting some questions about it, and I want to make sure that if you had the exact same questions that some of the members of our community had, that you get them answered. So if you haven't already, you can check out our PSA video. Let me make sure I've got this so you can see it on my blog. I'll put the link here as well, and you can go actually check it out because I walk through my slides where I'll show you exactly like what the changes are. So if you want to know kind of what those are, I'll give a quick summary. Often I get asked, like, is QuickBooks Desktop going away? The answer is no. They're just changing it over to a subscription. So back in 2020, they started the Pro subscription. So it's not going away. It's just changing, and it comes with some new features. I shared that also last year. You will be able to get the original Pro version. So QuickBooks Pro 2021 without the Plus. So you can keep the Plus if you want. Desktop will be available. It's just whether or not you are the type of person who only uses it sometimes and you want to do the one time or not. All right, so let me go through some of the questions that I received. Go check that video out. Hopefully I'm back. It keeps kicking me off. So hopefully you can still see me. But I want to go through some of these questions, okay? Here we go. Let me know if you're here live and if you can see and hear me. If I'm coming through, let me know. So, and if you're a desktop user or if you're an online user, if you're going with Pro or you're sticking with Plus. So what is the difference? I'll go through that real quick. So it's the same thing. It's just that instead of buying QuickBooks Pro one time and then upgrading every 3 years, if you use some of the features like payroll, emailing out, bank feeds, those kinds of things, though you had to upgrade every 3 years to be able to use those functions. So if you don't use those and you have an older version of QuickBooks, you can keep it. It's just the last time they're offering basically to buy and own the software that you install. Otherwise, it'll just be a subscription based, similar to what you do on desktop or on online. All right, so here we go. If you're here live with me, say hi. I'd like to know. All right, one of the questions, these are some of the questions I got, so I screenshotted them. My responses are on my blog, so you can always check those out as well. This person said, they have Premier 2015. They don't use payroll. Do you recommend changing to Pro? Oh, the deadline is December 10th. It's the last time you can buy it. And you have to buy it from a reseller, which we made one available for you guys to easily get. And you can just email us at support@canduskampfer.com. Hit reply to any of my emails. You can also message my team and they'll get it to you. If you have Premier, it is also going to be subscription-based in the future, which someone asked me that too. If you're not using payroll, but you want the newest version of QuickBooks and you're going to just be installing it and keeping it, you can get the Pro 2021 without Plus and just use it in the future. Would I recommend it? If you want the newest one and you want to be able to use it long-term, you can. Now, there'll be a question coming up about like, well, what's that going to look like? Enterprise, right? So we're talking QuickBooks Pro, but we're also talking QuickBooks on a computer. So what's the difference between desktop and online? Is online is cloud-based. Desktop, you actually install it on your computer. So these changes are being across all of the desktop version that you're installing on your computer, whether it's Pro, Premier, or Enterprise, they're all going to go to a subscription based. So this question is like, I'm using QuickBooks Enterprise. We do use payroll. Should I go to the newest version? If you have Enterprise, you love it, stick with Enterprise. You're just going to be on a subscription based, not a big deal, right? So you use payroll, just keep going. Payroll's a subscription every month or every year, and so will the software be basically, which a lot of software is already where you pay to use it every year. QuickBooks is just changing their desktop version to that model as well. Would you appreciate some advice on switching from Desktop Pro 2010 to the newest version? Okay, so sometimes people think when I go to upgrade from a really old version to a new one, it's gonna, maybe I need to find like incremental versions to upgrade to. That's not true. What you want to do is back up your QuickBooks on whatever version you're using on an external drive so that it's off of your computer, ideally. And then you just upgrade it. So I actually have a tutorial video that I've done for you that I'll give you the link. I'll put it in the comments here. I'll also show it to you. I think this is gonna work. Yay, I did it right. Okay, cool. So I have a video. This is a video on how to do what's changing with Pro. So I'll put that in the comments here for you guys. So you have that video you can watch. And then I also have a video on how to update to the newest version. So how do you update your QuickBooks to the newer version? This video I did a little bit ago, but I watched it and it's exactly identical to how you update. I even updated recently to the 2022 version, and this worked for that as well. So those are both, they're in the comments, both the videos you'll need. And you can always check below for the links as well. All right. So let's go back to the questions that we had. I just want to make sure you guys know. I want to give you all the resources. So if you are switching or you are upgrading, basically, if you have an old version of QuickBooks, and you want to keep using QuickBooks, and you don't need all the update, like you don't want to process payroll, you don't need to email, all that. I would update, which is going to be coming up in a question, to the 2021 version, just so you're good to go for a long time. Okay, until you decide you want something different, like you want the subscription-based or the Pro Plus, or you want to upgrade again. All right. This person said Intuit had a problem helping them upgrade. I walk you through it step by step so you can do it. The one thing I teach in that video too is you can always keep your 2010 version, add the new one, and you can look at both of them at the same time if you want to. Like the old version on the old one, the new one on the new one. You'll get it when you watch the video. All right, let's go to the next question. And if this makes sense and it's helping you, let me know as well. This person said, we currently have QuickBooks Desktop Pro 2020, and we purchased it in May, and I believe it's a 3-year subscription. Okay, so how do you know the difference between if you have a 3-year subscription or not? It's just if it says plus on your QuickBooks. If it doesn't say plus, then you have the other. Just renewed their enhanced payroll. Can we leave it? The owner wants to make sure. Yes. So once your 3-year subscription is up in 2023, you'll just go to plus, which is what they ask. Please advise if you need to switch before. No, you'll just roll over to plus. I mean, no matter what, at some point, if you're going to be using QuickBooks Pro, Premier, Enterprise, you're eventually going to be going to the plus version, because if you use payroll, because it's just the way of the future. It's not a big deal. It doesn't even look any different. It just has some extra features. All right. This person said they have the 2017 version. They do not use payroll. They do not use bank feeds. They're a small construction company. You may relate to them. They don't want to have a subscription or a cloud-based, or they're unsure if they should upgrade to 2021. Yes, that's what I'm telling you guys. This is like, for those of you who want to like own it, it's installed on your computer, you don't really want to go subscription-based for a period of time, I would definitely recommend it's a good time to upgrade. Okay, so I'm doing this as a public service announcement, really. I'm just helping the reseller match you guys up, but it's more of just letting you know of a change that a lot of you are going to want to know about. Do you need a special link? Just email us and we'll sync you with the reseller. Okay. If you do a 3-year subscription on Pro, after that, will you go to the Plus? Yes. So after 3 years, you want to be able to process payroll. You want to use the functions. You will be switching over to Plus. This just prolongs it a little bit longer. Or if you never need those functions, you can wait to get them. Okay. Is this change also something that's going to hit Premier? As I said before, I kind of answered a lot of these questions as I was going through, but just so you know, I have these, so I'll tell them to you. Yes, Premier is also going to be switching to the Plus function. So like I'm under the Pro Advisor program. I pay every year and I get the newest version anyway. So one of the benefits of the Pro Plus is when the newest version's released, you just get access to it. You get the newest features. So those are all the benefits, right? So switching over to the Plus in the future isn't an issue. It's actually, there'll be a lot of benefits. But for some of you who are like really hesitant for subscription type things, this is kind of your last chance. You have about a week to be able to update. So this person's like, I'm totally lost. This is the first time I've heard about it. That's because unless somebody tells you, you don't really know, right? Some changes happen. I do payroll. I have tax filings. Is this, and they have the accountant version 2021. Is this something you need to worry about? Absolutely not, because you already have the 2021 version. You're good to go. But it's just something to be aware of. That's really why I wanted to do this Q&A with you. So let me know, are there any questions you still have? If you haven't watched the original video, that this is kind of like the Q&A after the fact, I'd recommend checking that out. You can go to CandusCamper.com. It's on my blog. You can go to the link that I put here. You can go to my YouTube channel. Like anywhere you go, I have the video so you can watch it. It's just PSA. It looks like this. Okay. If I missed any questions, let me know. Let me know, how's your QuickBooks doing? How are you? I just want to come in and say hi. I came in answering questions, but how are you? How's your QuickBooks going? Did you know that we're getting ready to do workshops again in January? So if you're like, I am ready to get this QuickBooks thing figured out, I want my tax time to be easier, make sure you check it out. We're going to be doing that. Conference QuickBooks will also be opening in January. So if you've been waiting for that, get on the waiting list. There's always special bonuses if you're on the waiting list when we open the doors. That's at confidencewithquickbooks.com. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, pop them in and I'll answer them right now. If you're here live, or if you're catching the replay, let me know and I'll come back and look for your questions later. Thank you so much for being part of my community, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.